Did you think building muscle was just for the young? I used to think that too, until I turned 85 and felt stronger than I did in my 60s. What changed? Not some expensive machine, not pills, not even going to the gym every day. The real secret? It was sitting on my plate. This video is for every man and woman over 60 who's noticed their strength slowly fading, faster than their hair. You reach for something on a shelf, and your arm starts to tremble. You carry groceries and realize it feels heavier than it used to. That quiet loss of strength isn't just aging, it's often malnutrition in disguise. Muscle loss is one of the top reasons older adults become frail, fall more often, and lose their independence. But here's what most people don't know. Your body can rebuild muscle at any age, even in your 70s, 80s, or 90s, if it gets the right building blocks. In this video, I'll share 7 everyday foods I added to my routine that helped me gain real strength at 85. These aren't exotic or expensive. They're simple, natural, and proven to work, because they target the exact reasons muscles shrink with age. So if you want to stay on your feet, open your own jars, lift your grandkids, or just feel stronger and more confident in your own skin, you're in the right place. Let's begin. 1. Protein-rich eggs. The muscle builder in your fridge, one of the most powerful and most overlooked muscle-building foods, is already in your fridge: eggs. Now, some people still worry about cholesterol. But unless your doctor has told you otherwise, eggs are not the enemy. In fact, they may be your new best friend. Here's why. Eggs are a complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to rebuild and repair muscle. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing protein. That's why older adults often lose muscle even if they're eating regularly. It's not just how much you eat, but what you eat. Eggs are easy to digest and easy to prepare: scrambled, boiled, poached, however you like them. Try starting your day with 2 eggs and some whole grain toast. Add a handful of spinach or a few slices of avocado, and you've got a breakfast that fuels both your body and your strength. There's also a mental shift that happens. When you start your day eating like someone who's building strength, your mindset changes. You carry yourself differently. You feel more capable. That motivation builds on itself. Let me tell you about George, 79 years old. He told me he couldn't even lift his suitcase anymore. His doctor said, "That's just aging." But George didn't accept that. Instead, he started eating 2 eggs every morning. 3 months later, he wasn't just lifting his suitcase, and he was helping his neighbor with theirs. You don't need to look like a bodybuilder. You just need enough strength to live confidently. And that starts with small, consistent habits, like eggs in the morning. When we think of protein, we usually picture chicken or steak. But there's one unsung hero, especially for seniors: cottage cheese. Here's what makes it special. Cottage cheese is high in casein protein, which digests slowly, over several hours. That's important because your muscles do most of their repair while you sleep. If you eat a spoonful of cottage cheese before bed, your body gets a steady supply of amino acids all night long. For older adults who wake up stiff, sore, or weak, this can be a game changer. A small bowl of cottage cheese in the evening helps. Your muscles recover, repair, and rebuild while you rest. Add a few blueberries or a sprinkle of cinnamon, and you've got a snack that's both delicious and powerful. 2. Cottage cheese, muscle recovery. While you sleep, most people think muscle is built in the gym or during activity, but the truth is, muscle repairs while you sleep. And that's why cottage cheese might just be one of the most powerful foods you can eat at night. Here's what makes it special. Cottage cheese is rich in casein protein, a slow-digesting protein that steadily releases amino acids over several hours. While other proteins digest quickly and fade, casein works all through the night, exactly when your muscles do most of their healing. Think of it like this. Instead of starving your body for 8 hours while you sleep, you're feeding it, restoring it with the tools it needs to rebuild. Even half a cup before bed can make a difference. Some people add blueberries or pineapple for flavor, and a boost of antioxidants. Others go savory, a sprinkle of cracked pepper or a spoonful of flaxseed for extra fiber and heart health. Beyond nutrition, there's a deeper benefit. Ending your day with something nourishing creates a sense of control and care. It tells your mind, we're still in charge of this body. Let me tell you about Carol, 74 years old. Her doctor told her to expect increasing weakness in her legs as part of aging. But she made just one change: cottage cheese before bed. Weeks later, her balance started improving. By the second month, she was walking confidently again. No longer reaching for the wall in the hallway. It wasn't magic, it was consistency. Muscles don't disappear overnight, and they won't come back overnight either. But they can come back. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, leave a comment with number 2 below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. Let's keep moving forward, because the next one is just as important. Leafy greens. Fuel for muscle cells. They don't sizzle. They don't sparkle. But when it comes to muscle support after 60, leafy greens are quiet powerhouses. Spinach, kale, arugula, collard greens. These plants are packed with micronutrients your body needs for strength and repair. We're talking about folate, magnesium, potassium, vitamin K, not just fancy nutrition terms, but the actual tools your cells use to regenerate and function properly. Here's something most people don't realize. Muscle strength relies heavily on your blood flow. When your arteries stiffen or clog with age, muscles get less oxygen, and that's when fatigue, cramping, and weakness creep in. Leafy greens help reverse that. They support blood vessels, reduce inflammation, regulate blood pressure, and improve circulation. They even contain natural nitrates, which widen your blood vessels and improve oxygen delivery during movement. Think of it like filling your gas tank with clean fuel, right before a long drive. Let me introduce Harold, 81 years old. He started adding one big salad a day. Nothing fancy, just fresh greens, a little olive oil, and a squeeze of lemon. He didn't expect much, but within 2 months, less joint swelling, better sleep. And most surprising of all, his legs just moved better. He wasn't using supplements or machines. He just gave his body the nutrition it quietly needed. And here's the good news. You don't need to eat like a rabbit. Add greens to a smoothie. Toss them into soup. Sauté them with garlic. Whatever works for you. Because while protein builds your muscles, greens protect the system that allows them to thrive. If you're only counting protein and ignoring greens, you're trying to build strength in a body that's not equipped to support it. So if you're serious about staying strong after 70, count your greens too. Cottage cheese. Feed your muscles while you sleep. Your body doesn't just rest at night, and it repairs. In fact, most of your muscle recovery happens while you sleep. And if you're over 60 and trying to regain or maintain strength, what you eat before bed can make all the difference. One of the smartest and simplest choices: cottage cheese. It used to be a staple on every older adult's dinner table. And for good reason. But somewhere along the way, it went out of fashion. Now, it's time for a comeback. What makes cottage cheese so powerful is its high casein content, a slow-digesting protein that feeds your muscles gradually throughout the night. While other proteins burn up quickly, casein keeps delivering the building blocks your body needs to repair micro-tears and restore tissue, especially if you've been walking, gardening, or just staying active. For folks over 70, this slow release is key. You don't need a protein spike. You need a steady drip that supports strength through every sleep cycle. And cottage cheese delivers exactly that. It's also naturally rich in calcium and vitamin B12, supporting strong bones and healthy nerves. 2 things every aging body needs to stay mobile and confident. I remember speaking with Margaret, a 74-year-old who began having half a cup of cottage cheese with a few blueberries before bed. 3 weeks later, she told me her digestion improved, her mornings felt easier, and the usual aches and stiffness were fading. No powders, no pills, no expensive routines. Just one quiet habit, done consistently. if you want to build muscle. After 60, don't overlook your bedtime snack, because sleep is when your body rebuilds, and cottage cheese is one of its best nighttime allies. Leafy greens. Boost your hormones, not just your muscles. Most people think building muscle is all about protein, but after 60, your hormones become just as important. Testosterone, estrogen, cortisol, all of these influence your strength, energy, and recovery. And there's one group of foods that supports your hormones naturally every day: leafy greens. Think spinach, kale, arugula, or even simple romaine lettuce. These humble greens may not be flashy, but they're full of magnesium, folate, and nitrates, nutrients your body relies on to keep hormones balanced and muscles firing properly. Magnesium alone helps your muscles contract and relax. Without enough of it, you may feel weak, achy, or stiff, and sadly, many older adults don't get enough. What's more, the natural nitrates in leafy greens help widen your blood vessels, improving circulation and oxygen delivery. Better blood flow means your muscles get what they need, especially during walks, stretches, or chores. Let me tell you about Arthur, age 78. He started adding a handful of spinach to his morning eggs. That's it. Within 2 months, he said he was standing up from chairs more easily, walking faster, and sleeping better. Even his doctor noticed improvements in blood pressure and heart rate. People often chase muscle through meat and shakes, but the truth is, you need more than protein. You need the nutrients that help your body use that protein effectively. Leafy greens don't just fuel your strength, they help your whole system run better. So if you're serious about feeling younger and moving better, start with what nature gave us and don't skip the greens. Here's a secret more and more older athletes are rediscovering: bone broth. Not the salty canned kind, but real slow-simmered broth made from beef or chicken bones. It's warm, comforting, and filled with collagen, gelatin, and amino acids like glycine and proline, nutrients your body needs to repair joints, tendons, ligaments, and deep muscle tissue. As we age, our natural collagen production drops. That's why skin sags, joints ache, and recovery takes longer. Bone broth helps refill that tank, supporting everything from smoother movement to faster healing. I knew a woman named Ruth who started drinking a cup of homemade bone broth every evening at age 74. She loved gardening, but often struggled with sore knees, tight muscles, and nighttime leg cramps. Within 3 weeks, she noticed a change: less swelling, fewer cramps, better mobility getting in and out of the tub. She didn't take new medications. Just 1 cup of broth a night. That's the quiet power of nutrition. It's not always loud. It doesn't always come with a label. But when you nourish your body consistently, it responds. Bone broth isn't just food, it's fuel for healing. So if your joints ache, your muscles feel worn, or recovery just isn't what it used to be, consider adding this one timeless habit to your daily routine. 6. Bone broth. Comfort that heals from the inside. Out and don't think bone broth is just good for your joints. It also contains glycine, an amino acid that supports deeper sleep and helps reduce inflammation. 2 things your body absolutely needs if you want to preserve or build muscle. Without quality rest and low inflammation, your body simply can't recover properly after even light activity like walking or stretching. Some people even enhance their broth with a pinch of turmeric or a splash of apple cider vinegar to help draw out more minerals from the bones and reduce joint pain even further. Whether you sip it warm before bed or use it as a base for soups and stews, bone broth isn't just food and it's nourishment that tastes like comfort and works like medicine. 7. Cottage cheese. Again, for overnight muscle support, yes, we're bringing cottage cheese back into the spotlight because it really deserves it. Often forgotten in the back of the fridge, this creamy, protein-packed food could be the key to helping you maintain and even rebuild muscle while you sleep. Thanks to its high casein protein content, cottage cheese digests slowly and provides a steady stream of amino acids over several hours, right when your body is in repair mode during sleep. For older adults, especially those over 70, this matters. Without protein at night, your body may actually break down muscle for energy instead of building it. But just half a cup of cottage cheese before bed can help prevent that silent muscle loss and support healthy recovery through the night. And the best part? It's easy to enjoy. Have it plain, top it with berries for antioxidants, or sprinkle a little cinnamon to help balance blood sugar. It's also gentle on your stomach, making it a smart nighttime choice. I once met Harold, an 82-year-old retired school principal who began this habit after noticing his strength slipping, despite regular walking and light training. Within 2 months, he felt more stable on his feet, had better energy in the mornings, and even saw improvements in his blood sugar levels. It didn't take a gym. It didn't take supplements. Just one quiet, consistent habit. Small foods, big impact after. 70 growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. It means learning how to care for your body with wisdom, intention, and kindness. Adding just a few smart, age-friendly foods, like protein-rich eggs, fiber-filled lentils, or healing bone broth, can quietly transform how your body feels and performs, even well into your 70s and 80s. You don't need a complete lifestyle overhaul or trendy health fads. You just need to listen to what your body is asking for and respond with small, steady changes that build strength and confidence over time. We've seen it again and again. Tiny tweaks done consistently can turn fatigue into vitality and uncertainty into pride. Thank you for spending time with us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned from this video and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts matter, and your story may inspire someone else. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe. Share it with someone who needs this information. Your support helps us continue creating content that informs, uplifts, and empowers older adults everywhere. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.